This is a BJJ World Champion, and I'm a Capoeira Contra Master. Today's goal is to find out how well my takedowns work against his and vice versa. Not only that, but we're also going to teach each other how to master these takedowns. Along with us, you're also going to learn tips and tricks directly from us that will make you apply all of these effectively every time. The first thing he showed me is that he approached takedowns in two separate ways. The first is grabbing the upper body, which is more common in judo. And the second one is grabbing the legs, which is more often used in wrestling. Then he said he almost never goes for the legs without faking a different attack beforehand. He proceeded to show me different ways you can grab the torso. The downside for this takedown, called the double leg, is that your opponent can sprawl and place most of his weight on your back and then take control of your back. In that case, you can try to step out and turn to recover and get your own back control over your opponent. Then he showed me the single leg and said that his favorite way to finish this takedown is actually taking the opponent's back when he tries to get his leg free. Another way you can finish the single leg is grabbing my legs with both of his hands and applying a sweep, either with the sole of his feet or with his heel. In this next takedown, he grabs my ankle, goes from around and forces me to fall to my knee. If I try to get up, we end up in a situation where he can sweep me again. Next is going to show me a very aggressive takedown invented by Andre Galvão. I had so much fun with the YouTube channel lately, seeing everything grow and the community getting bigger than ever. I wanted to give you guys who are watching my content and are not yet into capoeira a full guide on how to implement its benefits in whatever art you might be practicing. Everything can be done at home and the results are incredible. You'll find the full guide in the description completely for free. He goes with his forehead forward into my chest as he grabs the legs. He said this takedown cannot be performed slow, so we got an innocent victim. Looks like a bull trying to hit the Meador. Next is one of his most effective feints, feinting for the Andre Galvão takedown. Then when his opponents take a step backwards, grabbing the ankle and applying pressure with his shoulder. Here again he feints for one leg, then immediately grabs the other into a single leg. Next is one of his most effective techniques. He feints with an arm drag and continued to hook the heel. I asked him to show me what his most effective ways to finish the takedown when getting a hold of someone's back. If you look closely into this one, he placed one of his legs in between mine, using it to get me just a bit off the ground. Then he very easily sweeps me with the other leg. These next takedowns were very interesting. Again he brings me up in the air and then grabs both of my shoulders to sit me down. Next he goes down for my shin, manipulates my legs, which get him directly into a leg lock. This one is pretty hard to explain. He kicks his right leg in between my legs, rolls sideways and grabs my leg similarly to a triangle. In these foot sweeps, he needs first to get me taking steps either backwards or forwards. Then he uses his arms to off-balance my torso, so it becomes very easy to sweep me off my feet. Next is bringing his leg in between my legs from the front, lifting my right leg up in the air and pulling on my left leg. Here it starts the same way, but in this case, I try keeping a wider stance and a stronger base, but this is no surprise to him. Now it's my turn, starting with banda de costa, faking as if I'm going to kick outside crescent, in capoeira called queixada, then hooking his leg as I'm pushing on his chest. In this technique, it's very important to be pushing downwards and not backwards. The same technique can be applied attacking from the front side. And from this position, this takedown can be finished sweeping the opponent's base leg. Next is the front scissor sweep, where I grab a hold of his foot using both of my legs and turn over. This technique can also be used adding a jump, only this time I'm placing my lower leg behind his knees and the higher leg into his stomach. Next is the classic scissor sweep. This time my leg hooks his farther leg, and again the other leg goes to the stomach. I will be showing two more variations for the scissor sweep, stepping towards him as I'm jumping, twisting 180, placing my foot right where I can hook his heel. This one is more surprising and uses more momentum to trip over your opponent. I'll get back to the most complicated scissor sweep in a moment. Next, I'm going to show Vingativa, where again I'm going to hook his back foot, only this time I'm going to use my arm instead of my leg to trip him over my foot. Next takedown is very similar to single leg. It's called Tombo da Ladeira, where I grab his ankle from behind and apply pressure above his knee in a spinning motion or going backwards. Obviously spinning is more effective most of the time. Next is an inside trip. Instead of using my hand like I did before on his back, this time I'm gonna push him, placing my hand on his chest. Another takedown we have in capoeira is the double leg, in capoeira called rastão. Next is something you probably didn't know about. It's a sweep from the ground in case I'm down. Similarly to attacking with the double leg, I first attack upwards, then I can hook his foot using the same leg. This one is also very rare. Watch how I'm placing both of my hooks in the same time. This reminded the champ of a very cool move where he also uses both of his legs to manipulate both of the opponent's legs. In capoeira we have another takedown called boca de calça, where I grab both of his ankles or even his pant and pull them in between my legs. This can be applied with one leg as well. This will definitely be the most complex takedown in this video, because here the base leg, which hooks from below, needs to stay in the same place while your whole body is going around your opponent. The champ really liked this one and was starting to get the hang of it. Maybe we'll get to see him apply this takedown in one of his matches in the future. If you still doubt that capoeira can help immensely all sorts of fighters,
I study capoeira.
Watch Joe Rogan and one of UFC's top 3 fighters discuss, does capoeira work for MMA?
That shit works. Yeah.